Extra minutes.
Rory, or Rooster, as he's known by his mates, is a champion kid. He's my godson, my first ever godson. And I still remember when I was asked by Grant and Leanne to be Rory's godfather, I was so over the moon. And I did warn them I'm going to be taking my godfather duties very seriously. Rory's situation is really serious. I mean, it was late last year when I got a text message from Grant out of the blue when he explained that they'd found a tumour the size of a football inside Rory's stomach. I mean, your heart sinks when you hear something like that. Thankfully, due to the wonderful work of the staff at the Sydney Children's Hospital in Randwick, and also some amazing researchers in the United States as well who have cracked a bit of a code when it comes to a special drug, Rory's tumour has shrunk from the size of a football to about the size of a grape.
So that's the tumour there?
That's it.
That's it. That's exactly it.
It's gone. The news is astounding. As quickly as this aggressive tumour grew throughout Rory's abdomen, the targeted therapy has shut it down.
The response, it's been, almost a miracle, realistically.
Almost a miracle?
Oh yeah, I mean it's been superb, the response that we've seen to treatment. Again, going from a watermelon-sized tumour now down to, probably a golf ball, it's just, you very rarely ever see that, so it's very gratifying from my perspective.
How good are they at the hospital?
Yeah, they're so good. The nurses, the doctors, the food people, they're all good.
You like the food?
Oh, not really, but they.
Oh, I wouldn't say a bad word about my godson, but he is a smart-ass. I'm not gonna deny that. Rory is a smart-ass. Not a champion smart-ass, but he's a reasonable smart-ass. It's in the genes. It comes from his dad, Grant, who's one of my dear mates. So, when you've got a sick kid, you kind of make excuses for them and allow them to do things that otherwise they wouldn't have got away with. So, as godfather, I'll pull that stuff back into line.
Trying to explain to him that having cancer is not a licence to be the world's biggest smart-ass. That's what we're dealing with at the moment. I mean, we always knew he had it in him. It was in his DNA. We always knew he had a bit in him, but he's taking it to new levels these days.
I mean, the crazy thing about all of this is that we were partway through filming this story about Rory when Grant then finds out that he has cancer. So after 8 months of putting every little part of his energy into looking after his boy, Grant discovers that he's now hit with the big C as well, and that he's got his own fight on his hands. So just like Rory is beating his tumour, Grant will be beating his prostate cancer, and he's got a difficult road ahead for the next few months or so, but he's a young bloke, so they've got it at the right time, and he'll knock it on the head, and I think father and son will both look back in years to come and tell war stories about when they beat their tumour and when they beat their cancer.